Hello YouTube, this is Chesko from STEM APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the installation, the building and compilation of OpenALPR on the Raspberry Pi. I got a lot of emails of people asking me how to do it on the Pi because as you know, you might have or watched my other tutorials of the license plate recognition on the desktop, but a lot of people are using it for projects, for a license plate reader type of projects and robotics projects. So I decided to do this tutorial. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do, you need to go to the OpenALPR compilation page. And some of these are not going to work for the Pi. Some of it will work, some of them will not work. So I will walk you through. The first thing you need to do, you need to download all these dependencies into your Pi. Make sure you have them all. Some of them you might have already, but make sure you have git and make sure you have was libtool. You're gonna need it, okay? And also add to that also, actually, let's do this one. Make sure you add this one to that, and you add, I think this is it. Everything else is the same. But make sure for the Pi, make sure you have those. It's gonna ask for them, okay? And once you do that, you get them all installed. The OpenCV installation, if you follow my tutorials, if you are a subscriber to my channel, you know that I did a tutorial on OpenCV on how to, is this tutorial right here. I show you how to configure, how to build everything OpenCV on the Raspberry Pi. And so you know how to do that. So let's we already did all that. So now we have to download the Tesseract, but we're working out of the Pi, so we cannot download it to the desktop. You can, then you can transfer it using SCP. But I'm gonna show you how to just use uuid-dev. So just copy the link address for Leptonica and go into your Pi, Control X, let's CD, clear. So now you're going to go uuid-dev and then the link address that I just copied, and you just hit enter, and it's going to start. Well, let me do it, and it's going to. I stopped it, okay? And you do that for Leptonica, and now you do that also for Tesseract. So just copy link address into your Pi, paste, bingo. So now you do them for all three. So now it's gonna do it for Tesseract, and I just stop it and just do it for this the languages for the English language codes. You can do also for that one, okay? So once you do that, so now we did all that. That's all done. Now we're going to unpack them. Being that there's GC files, they're telling you to do it and to create an OpenALPR directory. You could do that. You can go, but I did it differently, so it's up to you. You can just go tar zxvf, and it's going to extract each one of them. Once they all get extracted, you do tar dash zxvf for all three of them, and it's going to have a directory. One directory for the Tesseract. It's going to have one directory for the Leptonica, and it's going to have a directory for the OpenALPR, which we haven't done that way. I went a little bit ahead of myself. Okay, you're gonna have the OpenCV that you did doing by watching my tutorial. And what was the other one? Well, we'll do that. We'll do that now. Okay, so now let's compile Leptonica. So we're gonna go inside this file right here. As you can see, I had a 1.7. Now I'm using 1.69. It doesn't matter. You can use either one. I'm using it just because it was more convenient for me for some of the dependencies that I had on my Pi. Okay, but it shouldn't matter for you. So just go cd into Leptonica ls, and now you're going to, now we're here. So all you need to do is enter that, copy, paste, and just configure, and just hit enter, and it's going to start configuring. Once it is configured, then you just hit make, enter make, and it's going to take about an hour, more or less, an hour and a half. And then after you do that, you just go make install, and it should take care of it. So now Leptonica is all done. Okay, so now let's work with Tesseract now. Okay, so Tesseract is a little bit different, but basically it's the same. CD Tesseract-OCR ls, and you might not have all of this stuff here because you haven't built it yet, but you will now. All you need to do, the most two important files, is this one right here and this one right here. You're going to do, being that that's a batch file, so you can go batch and then autogen sh, or you can do it like they did it and then go autogen sh, and just it's gonna auto generate, and it's gonna take about, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes maybe. And then when it generates, all you need to do is configure, and it's going to configure. It's gonna look for the, make sure you have all the compilers, you have all the tools, you have all the dependencies, and you have Leptonica. Most importantly, it's gonna look for Leptonica. Okay, after it's configured, just do make, just like we did with the other one. Just go make, and then it's gonna take about an hour or 2 hours, and then you do sudo make install to install it in your whole, for all your users in the Pi, and then very important, do sudo ld config. Okay, and now you're done with Tesseract. Not quite, but you're kind of almost 99.9% done. In my case, that I did it differently from the way they did it. Instead of, being that I already had OpenCV installed, and I already had, I didn't want to bother with my OpenCV, because OpenCV on my Pi works pretty good. So I did it a little bit different. What I did was, I get out and I went sudo nano batch rc, and you need a password, and I went into my batch rc file. I put in this line right here. This line right here. I'm letting my system know where the test data prefix, where the test data directory is, and it's here at the test data Tesseract-OCR. This is what he's doing here, basically. Okay, so I just did it differently, and also you gotta let know I haven't gotten there yet. I'm here right now. Okay, so I just enter that line. And then I get out. Okay, I was getting ahead of myself. So now we're all there, and the system knows where your test data directory is. So now we're gonna clone ALPR. In my case, my ALPR is a little bit different because I have two of them. I have this one, and I have ALPR, and I have this one. This is the one that I got from Git. This one is only the releases. It's an older version, but I'm going to show you the one that more likely you're going to get from Git. So you go ls cd OpenALPR ls, and you're going to have this stuff right here. Okay, all of this stuff. This is what he's talking about here. US user local src, and then you're going to go into there. He's doing it a little bit different. You can do it his way. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as you tell the system where it is. And there's most importantly is this one. You gotta update the cmake list text file. So let's go into cdsrc, and it's this one right here. And you need to go into here and change this. Is this one right here? You need to change that cmake and make sure that you take this one out, and all you put in here is set OpenCV user local lib. If you remember from my OpenCV tutorial, I created a file called, where I put user local lib. This is you pointing ALPR to look in this directory. Okay, that's all you're doing. So you change it here, and you go Control K, Control K, Control K, and you go set OpenCV local lib, and you put it here. And if you want to do it their way instead of doing it the other way I show you, you can also follow it and you do it that way. Okay, it's up to you. And once that is done, just make sure you go Control X. I'm gonna say no, but in your case you say yes, and then you're ready to compile. So you go cmake, and it's going to make it's gonna create the make file. It's gonna create all that good stuff, the cmake directory and all that good stuff. Okay, so it's gonna make, and then you hit make, and it's going to be about, I think it's about an hour or two, and it's going to build. It's gonna link OpenALPR with OpenCV. It's gonna link it with Tesseract, and it's going to link it with Leptonica, and that should all done. Once it's all done, that's after a couple hours, we're going to test it. Okay, and the way to test it is you're going to ls, you're going to get these images. I forgot where they have them. Actually, it's here, this one. You just go we get, and we get for the European. This one is for the American. Actually, yeah, this is for the American, and this is for the US plate. So you just go enter that command into your Pi, and it's gonna tell me that I already have it. And oh, if it's missing a G, so JPEG, and it's going to say yes. And now let's test it. Let's see if it's there. As you can see, it's right there. Okay, so now we're going to test it. So all you need to do is ALPR C Europe for EU for European, and then the name of the JPEG file, and it's going to see with a 90% confidence that it found it. If you want to confirm, let's see if it's true or not. H, and it's H786POJ. H786POJ. Yep, that's the one. And then you do that. Okay, this is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like box and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with another tutorial. Thanks for watching.